Imagine a vast puzzle with a missing piece. That missing piece in the world of research is what we call a research gap. It's an area or question within a field of study that hasn't been fully explored or answered. Think of it as an unsolved mystery or an unanswered question that researchers are eager to solve. A research gap might involve a lack of understanding about a specific phenomenon, a need for more data to support existing theories, or even a call for new methods and approaches to tackle a persistent problem. For example, we might know that climate change is happening, but a research gap could be the lack of research on the specific impact of rising sea levels on coastal communities in a particular region. Identifying research gaps is like finding gold for researchers. It's the driving force behind new discoveries, innovations, and advancements in knowledge. By addressing these gaps, researchers contribute to their field and pave the way for a better understanding of the world around us. Finding these gaps is crucial for several reasons. It prevents duplication of effort, ensuring that researchers aren't simply repeating what's already known. It also ensures that research funds and resources are used effectively, focusing on areas where new knowledge is most needed. Moreover, addressing research gaps leads to the development of new theories, technologies, and solutions that can benefit society in countless ways. The journey to uncover research gaps begins with a thorough exploration of existing literature. This process, known as a literature review, involves systematically searching for, reading, and analyzing all relevant publications on a specific topic. Think of the literature review as your treasure map, guiding you through the existing knowledge landscape. Start by identifying key terms and using academic databases like JSTOR, PubMed, or Google Scholar to find relevant articles, books, and research reports. As you read, pay attention to the research methods used, the data collected, and the conclusions drawn. Note any limitations, contradictions, or unanswered questions that emerge. These are potential clues pointing you towards research gaps. Once you have a good grasp of the existing literature, it's time to put on your detective hat and start identifying those elusive research gaps. Here are some techniques to help you. Identify conflicting findings. Look for studies that contradict each other or present conflicting results. These discrepancies often highlight areas where further research is needed to reconcile the differences and arrive at a more accurate understanding. Spot limitations in previous studies. Pay close attention to the limitations and shortcomings acknowledged by researchers in their own work. These limitations often point to areas where further investigation is warranted. Uncover unexplored aspects. Look for areas or variables that have been mentioned in the literature but haven't been directly investigated. These unexplored aspects can present promising avenues for new research. Consider new perspectives. Challenge existing assumptions and theories by considering alternative viewpoints or applying frameworks from other disciplines. This interdisciplinary approach can often reveal fresh insights and uncover hidden research gaps. Real-world examples. Finding gaps across disciplines. Research gaps exist in every field of study, from the humanities to the hard sciences. Here are a few examples to illustrate how they might manifest in different disciplines. In medicine, while there have been significant advances in cancer treatment, a research gap could be the lack of understanding of the long-term side effects of certain therapies on pediatric cancer survivors. In psychology, despite the growing awareness of mental health, a research gap might exist in understanding the effectiveness of different therapeutic approaches for treating anxiety in teenagers. In environmental science, while climate change is a widely studied topic, a research gap could be the lack of research on the impact of deforestation on the biodiversity of a specific rainforest ecosystem. These are just a few examples, and the possibilities for uncovering research gaps are as diverse as the fields of study themselves. The key is to approach your literature review with a critical eye and a willingness to question the status quo. From gap to question, crafting your research focus. Once you've identified a research gap, the next step is to transform it into a clear and concise research question. This question will serve as the guiding force for your research, shaping your objectives, methodology, and ultimately, your findings. Start by clearly articulating the problem or issue that your research aims to address. Then formulate a question that directly targets the identified research gap. For example, If you've identified a gap in understanding the long-term impact of a specific medication, your research question might be, what are the long-term effects of medication X on patients with condition Y? A well-crafted research question should be clear, easy to understand, and free from ambiguity. Focused, specific enough to be addressed within the scope of your research. Researchable, amenable to investigation through data collection and analysis. Original, addressing a genuine gap in existing knowledge. Significant, contributing to the field and potentially benefiting society. The rewards of bridging the gap. Addressing research gaps is not only intellectually stimulating but also incredibly rewarding. By contributing new knowledge to your field, you become part of a larger conversation that advances understanding and drives progress. Here are some of the key benefits. Expanding knowledge. Your research helps fill in the missing pieces of the puzzle, leading to a more comprehensive understanding of your field. Driving innovation. Addressing research gaps often leads to the development of new technologies, theories, and solutions that can benefit society. Improving practices. Your findings can inform policy changes, improve professional practices, and lead to better outcomes in various fields. Inspiring future research. Your work can spark new questions and inspire future generations of researchers to continue exploring the unknown. Making a difference. Ultimately, addressing research gaps allows you to make a tangible contribution to the world, addressing real-world problems and improving people's lives. Ethical considerations. When you delve into research gaps, it's crucial to do so ethically. This means crediting existing work. Always acknowledge the work of other researchers and cite their publications accurately. Ensuring informed consent. If your research involves human subjects, obtain informed consent from all participants. Be transparent about the purpose, procedures, and potential risks of your study. Maintaining confidentiality. Protect the privacy of your participants and keep their data confidential. By upholding ethical principles, you contribute to the integrity of the research community and ensure that your work is conducted responsibly and with respect for all involved. Conclusion: embracing the unknown. Finding research gaps is an essential step in the research process. It requires curiosity, critical thinking, and a willingness to venture into uncharted territory. By embracing the unknown and asking the right questions, you can make significant contributions to your field and advance our collective understanding of the world. So, dive into the literature, put on your detective hat, and embark on the exciting journey of uncovering and addressing research gaps. Your discoveries await.